Okay, it's Thursday. It is 10 o'clock here. It's 5 o'clock on the East Coast. We're live on Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, Twitch, and the website. And everybody's here, raring to go on our last show before Christmas.
Have I ever told you I don't like that clock?
It's a bit late, Peter. It's still there. It's counting down. Basically, you've got to do something, otherwise we don't know when we're live everywhere.
All right, okay, that's fair enough.
It's different connection times to Facebook, YouTube, and then we're going over to LinkedIn and Twitch, and it just takes about a minute for everything to get into place.
I'll be hearing notifications very shortly on my phone, LinkedIn and whatever. Now, I've not got too much of a... Oh, it just turned when I was going to speak about it there. Did you hear my notification there on my phone?
Nope.
Okay, that's fine.
Good morning, Peter. Good morning, John.
Good morning.
Good morning, Guten Tag and all that stuff.
Ah, Morgan.
Oh, no. Oh, that's the German carol singing concert last week did not take place.
Oh, what a shame.
Had to be cancelled. People had COVID, and people just don't want to travel. I mean, that's the thing. People do not want to travel, especially at night when the roads are icy, because we're in the grip of winter last week. Okay, so welcome to the show. I just need to make one change so that we can see Peter. Just a second. Ding.
Peter thinks he's in a high-tech studio today.
Yes. And the laugh is, some people thought I was. It tickles me.
Blabbing for Britain, episode 354. Okay, is that background from Unsplash, Peter?
It's Unsplash. Yeah. It's really good, isn't it?
Yeah, it looks very effective.
And I'm making singing videos now using what's OBS. I've learned how to use it. Andy showed me how to use it, and then I put them straight onto singing sites. I put them onto Facebook. You've maybe seen them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It just
sets the atmosphere right.
Yeah. Right.
Somebody said, where did you record that, Peter? Where is that? It's getting better.
Did you watch President Zelensky's speech in the States, Peter?
No.
No?
No. I've seen a wee bit of it, but I'm surprised how many people are actually questioning it all now. Did you know that?
There's bound to be opposition, but I can't for the life of me think why we want Russia to take over Ukraine.
Well, the thing is, $1 billion, I think they've committed to it now.
Yeah, okay.
$1 billion.
Right.
Why don't they just put their troops in?
Because they want to contain it as far as they can, to contain any action within Ukraine and not let it spill over the borders. I mean, when we think about 1 billion being spent, Peter, that's not 1 billion given to Ukraine. That's 1 billion pounds worth of armaments which have been manufactured by American workers who've been paid for the work. So you're actually giving yourself money, and the money is not actually the weapons are not actually given to Ukraine. They're under a loan agreement. And at some point, Ukraine will have to pay it back.
Okay. Well, I didn't know that bit, right? But I'm actually becoming a pacifist, which might surprise you. I want that war to stop.
But, yeah, I agree. Totally.
There's too many young lives. People are dying right at this minute. And who'll benefit in the end? You know? I've just watched it. And it's quite interesting. It's all to do with national pride, and it needs to stop. Something has got to stop. But you see what's happening. The West wants to show Russia that they can beat them. This is one of the things.
Well, they want to show Russia they can't go and annex another country. Yeah, because if they are successful in Ukraine, they'll pick another country to go and target.
Yeah.
Yeah, they want to get back to where they were. Yeah, go and reclaim all the areas which were there before the war came down.
They'll never stop. Because if Russia does come back and hold a territory, then it'll just be insurrection within it for the rest of their life. I don't know. I don't know what needs to happen. I think the Russian
I think there's got to be some peace negotiations, Peter. Somebody's got to
we
broker.
need to get them fast.
Yeah. So I wish for the new year then that peace talks take place. Yeah. Okay. What's happening in Solihull, John?
It's gloomy weather-wise. Other than that, Santa Claus keeps driving around different roads. Other than that, not much. Not much at all.
Pretty quiet in
Wiltshire, apart from your carol concert being cancelled.
Yeah, we'll have to wait another year for the carol concert, and hopefully things will have moved on since then. Because as I said, people just don't want to go out and about at the moment. We seem to be conditioned to being at home. We are happiest when we're sat in our own environment. Apart from when you go to listen to Peter at his singing evenings.
It doesn't seem.
Do you get good attendance, Peter?
Well, that's a sore point at the moment. It's people are reluctant to go. But let me tell you about Saturday. Friday night was quiet, and me being me. Now I knew that I'd done a gig on a Friday night in this hotel. It was not too bad. I wasn't a lot of people. I said, you've got your carol concert. The pub has a carol concert for 25 years with a brass band comes in and comes into this pub bit. I've been before and I love a brass band. So I said, I'm free tomorrow. And I said, oh yeah. He says, could you come in then? I goes, yeah. And the place was full, and I said to the brass band, I said to the manager, as soon as they finish, I was just an adjacent bit.
Yeah.
As soon as they finish, give me the nod. Bang! And I'm going to tell you something. I used to be a ballad singer type person, really. You know, I love ballad. Not that night. I said to myself, you are getting hammered. And I started off with, what do you call that? I wish it could be Christmas every day. I done that one, and then I bang, bang, and I had them dancing. I had medleys, bang, and I went on for an hour and a half, and the dance floor was packed. I had a little breather, and it got back, and I kid you not, they were on all night. From start to finish. I done one slow song, one couple dance. That's your slow, and it's just about learning the crowd. And I had one of my best nights ever.
Brilliant.
And I really, so I know that I'm going to change the way I do things for the future. The days of the ballads are over. The Shirley Bassey's standing on a stage singing. It's not a lot of that now. It's gone.
Okay.
In my circuit, they want to dance, and that's it.
Yeah.
So now, Christmas has just been ruined for Sheila and I.
How so?
Because her daughter invited us for dinner, and she's now got COVID.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh dear.
So we are having a chicken. And we're sitting in with the two dogs, and that'll be my Christmas day. I'm working Christmas Eve now. I'm singing on Christmas Eve. I would rather be singing. I've sung on Christmas Day traditionally. I would rather be out.
Well, Christmas Day is Katie and Martin, Angelica's son and daughter are coming over with their partners, and Katie has said that she's cooking Christmas dinner. So that's absolutely brilliant. Angelica and I can go out for a walk and come back to a wonderful Christmas dinner made by Katie and Satish. So
Have you
looking
bought
forward to that.
turkey yet?
Yeah,
Or is
we
she
took it.
bringing turkey? Oh,
Yeah,
that
we're
was
going
unbelievably expensive this year.
Do you know what happened to me the first time I met Sheila? And we both of us had a Christmas dinner at her flat. I says, I'll cook a turkey. We both got food poisoning.
Ah, yeah.
Oh dear.
Just better. It just says, how did you cook this? My boys had food poisoning. She wouldn't let me cook it again. See, there's ways.
Yeah, I can't blame her. I mean,
Oh dear. Tickles me up.
Well, I'm off to get a piece of pork today to go with our turkey. I ordered the turkey early so that we knew we'd have one because there's a real shortage around here. Lidl, where I'm really friendly with the staff at Lidl and Aldi, they have their turkeys in at 8 o'clock in the morning, and they've got hardly any by 12 o'clock.
Yeah.
Do you know?
There's a shortage.
You won't probably believe this about Christmas, but over the years it's been miserable for me. You know, never really enjoyed Christmas because family life and lots of rows at Christmas. And one time I just sat in the house myself, and so there's a lot of people get invited. Oh no, I'm going somewhere, but they're not. They say they're going somewhere, but they sit in the house themselves. And I was one of them at one point. I just wanted to be on my own, and because of bad memories.
Yeah.
I told you the time in Berlin I was on guard as a soldier, and I'm trying to find this guy. His wife came along, opened the boot of her car and took out a Christmas dinner, and I'm really determined to find them. I nearly got them. I'd love to buy them a meal because that meant a lot to me. That
Yeah.
Right.
Indeed.
There's
Anyway,
eight of us in our house.
Yeah.
Right.
So that's
Okay.
going to be entertaining, trying to get 8 round the table.
Yeah. Well, we've got a thing that goes over the table, so it expands to seat everybody. But this week we start on Monday night. We sat down for our meal, and we said, Alexa, play 60s Christmas music. Brilliant. Okay. Tuesday, Alexa, play 70s Christmas music. Wednesday,
Okay.
70s Christmas music on Amazon Music.
Shut up, Alexa! Alexa, shut up!
Right. And then on last night we said Alexa, play 90s Christmas music. There was none. There was no Christmas. There was no Christmas music in the 90s. Name tunes from the 90s which are Christmas music.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Do you know, I've just found a YouTube site that goes through the same thing. Very smart clips, 60, 70, every year. It's really, I've short clips, but I didn't know about the 90s. I was singing a song, Rocking Around the Christmas Tree, and Brenda Lee's too high for me. No?
Yeah.
Do you know whose song I got to fit my voice? Who sang Rocking Around the Christmas Tree? Tony Bennett.
Ah, right, okay.
He does it.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, he still does it because he's not dead.
Yeah. Well, let's put it this way: the 90s music included Frank Sinatra, which it was a Christmas song, but I don't think he was singing in the 90s. Anyway, say good morning to Corinda. And Corinda, we wish you a steady recovery.
Okay.
Corinda was in hospital over the weekend. A motorcycle ran into his wheelchair.
Oh.
And Yeah. So our thoughts are with you, Corinda, and get well over Christmas. Enjoy Christmas. Yeah, me. Okay. So, I mean, there is nothing much. I mean, Richie Sunak has disappeared, hasn't he?
Oh,
I
that
mean,
was getting mentioned today.
Yeah, he's disappeared. Where it's like, where's Wally? Where is Rishi Sunak? He's keeping a very low profile. I can understand it after Boris and the Prime Minister who should remain nameless, but he does seem to be, as you say, Peter, just staying out of the way.
He's maybe a leader that lets these other people get on with what they're meant to do.
Yeah.
And leave them to run a show. They've all got their departments to run. Maybe that's what's happening.
Well, I mean, for the first time first time ever, Department of Health told us not to go drinking and not to do anything risky.
And you know
Because
what
if
most
we do,
people say, that will be right.
well, if we
Yeah.
do fall and break a leg, there's nobody to take care of us.
Well, it hit home last other week. We found it. Well, Sheila found a guy just lying up the road, and he was lay there for 2 hours. He'd a broken arm.
Yeah.
You know. So
Yeah.
yeah, be careful. So let me tell you what's happening in Aberdeen just now. It's a nightmare. Our city is gridlocked at the moment. They've decided to put in bus gates right around the city as though it was quarantined. And then it hit home with the musicians. This is, how are we getting into the pubs in the city centre to set our kit up?
Yeah.
Absolutely ridiculous. It's going too much one way. The city is dead, and I'll tell you what's going to happen. They're saying, where's all our work? Where's all our business? They've went into the Shire. They're travelling just out the Shire into shopping centres. And if
Yeah.
I was the Shire, I would be building more place. Come to the Shire. No, don't go get gridlocked in the city. Come to us, you know. And that would teach them a lesson. I'm a cyclist. It's all about cyclists and things like that. No, we've got to live properly. You put on a good infrastructure. Even if it was 50 pence for a bus, they still wouldn't use it.
Oh.
Because people like to go to A to B.
That's
They
true.
won't walk half a mile. Now, I need to tell you about something. I don't know if I told you this. I have found.
Oh, it's yours, Peter.
I've found a bit of software, and it made me cry. Have you ever suffered from writer's block? I bet you have. I found this wonderful AI, artificial intelligence, and it's called Chat GPT. You can ask it anything, and it writes back for you. And I would not in this world be able to write what it done. Massive paragraph about leptospirosis, which is Weil's disease, where you get from rats' urine. And it done a marvellous part. So I put in a question that my customers might ask, and then it answers for me. Do you know about it, my fellow people?
We've mentioned it,
Oh,
but
right.
your personal experience of it is good. I mean, you actually made use of it.
I mean, I will be able to write things and put them onto business profile with a picture usually, and it'll be the best of both worlds: good written content and a picture to go along with it. And I'm absolutely delighted with it. And it's so busy. They're only allowed 1 hour at the moment.
Yeah.
It's so busy. Unbelievable. Great.
Right. Now that raises two questions. First question is, when you actually copy the Chat GPT text, okay. Does it say as a byline underneath Peter Stewart and Chat GPT?
Not that I've noticed. No, I take it, copy it, put it into a Word document, copy what I want and put it into the blog.
I'll turn this more general then. If we know that ChatGPT writes some brilliant content, do we actually give it credit? Should people give it credit when it's used?
No.
Supposing you're a blogger and you're a blogger who gets paid, and you get an assignment to write about Manchester.
Right.
Okay. And you don't know anything about Manchester. So you go up to ChatGPT and you ask about certain things in Manchester. It gives you the text and you put together a beautiful blog post, which you're getting paid for, all because of ChatGPT. Should you own up to the fact that you've used it? Because this is a problem. Whose words are we reading? Are we reading your words or ChatGPT's words?
Well, you're reading GPT's words, really. However, all sorts of people are using it, and all they need to do is mention it in a different post somehow to get people there, because I wouldn't like it to ruin something that you put out. That's why they've made it, to help you with your writing.
Oh yeah.
So I don't think there's really need to mention it, because I would write something for my post from my Google profile, for instance, and basically, now if they said you've got to mention this, or that would be different. Like, so when you use some pictures from people, like Unsplash, sometimes they'll say, please mention this guy. But I think I pay for some pictures. I think it takes away from it, you know.
Well, basically, supposing let's just take something random. The Guardian decides to ditch all its writers and just use ChatGPT.
Well, that's something they have to think about personally.
Yeah,
they have to make that decision.
And then the Daily Mail does the same, and all the newspapers do the same, and everything we read is written by artificial intelligence. And it would solve one problem. There wouldn't be any left or right bias.
They would tell the truth.
That might be a problem, Peter, if people started telling the truth.
While you nattered about this, I went and looked at ChatGPT's terms and conditions.
Okay, go on then. Go and ruin my day.
When sharing your work, we encourage you to proactively disclose AI involvement in your work. That's all they say.
They're not demanding you do it.
No.
Encouraging you to.
So what I would do to thank him, I would pass it on to friends of mine, right, down in England. Say, here's a great bit of kit to use for your business, which I've done already. I've done it. I showed my accountant yesterday. Yeah. So in a way, if you're listening to ChatGPT, I'm doing it anyway.
Well, now what's happening is, because it comes with an interface, it's actually being included within marketing products.
Right. Can you give me an example of that, please?
There's a product called Marketing Blocks, which uses ChatGPT to generate wording for blog posts, ads, and things like that.
Well, you see, this is a problem with life, right? They talk about disruptors. Mm-hmm. That's a disruptor, right? It's going to cost people somewhere, but not if you're clever. You could be a blogger who uses it for other people, you know, until they find out. So everything's got an advantage and a disadvantage. Yeah.
Well, it has great advantages, because it basically means that you can do the research a lot quicker and you can create something. It needs to. There's a change that needs to take place, because we all have different writing styles.
Yes.
Yeah. If we write a blog, we write it from our own point of view, with our own personal experiences and knowledge, and it comes from the heart and what have you. Whereas this is cool, cold, and calculating. Yeah, it's the facts. It's not an angle being taken. These are the facts.
Yeah.
And basically, they've stopped you can only go back to 2021. I think that's right, John. You can only go back to 2021, which means you can't ask about current events.
Oh, right. That's fine.
Yeah, I mean, I've not even played with it, so
it's awesome. It's awesome. If you've got a question,
it's a fantastic bit of kit, and
Yeah.
and as I say, you've always got to. I mean, I was using Jasper, biggest waste of money for me ever. It was all Americanisms. What I do like about this, it's British. Well, it come up in British language for me.
Yeah, I mean, Jasper is down there, and ChatGPT is somewhere up there.
Yeah.
In terms of performance, there's no comparison.
No.
And it will kill Jasper's market. But I mean, you've now got a situation where people who do write for a living are saying, carry on writing. Carry on writing. Don't use the ChatGPT. Just be yourself and just write.
Yeah.
So if you think of all the copywriters out there, if they could be out of a job overnight if people started using ChatGPT.
There'll still be a place for copywriters.
Moderation in everything. So use it when it's useful, and then be yourself when you can.
Yeah. I mean, I have to watch my resources. I do a lot of outsourcing. This means now I won't need a copywriter. Yeah. My guy over in Thailand that does writings for me now, right? I can not use him for that as such. I can use him for other things, to get on with other things, and not have to worry about writing copy to go into, for instance, pay-per-click advert or a Facebook post. I can do that now. Yeah. And he can get on with other things from me, which see it from my point of view.
Oh yeah, certainly. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm just saying that it could affect the way that we're actually given our news eventually. You never know.
Yeah, well, everything changes. When did you put a tape in your car to listen?
Somebody's there's no CD slot in my car. There used to be in my last one. Never put anything in it, but
right. Yeah, so we're all changing.
That's true. All our music is online.
Keep up to date, no matter how old you are, folks. Keep up to date. I love it.
Something new every day, Peter.
Yeah.
Indeed.
I love it.
Right. Oh, okay. So we've talked about our discipline. Oh, right. Okay. I want to say well done to Manchester United. Manchester
for beating your own team.
Well, no, I mean Rashford. I mean that goal was you just couldn't script it, could you? So they were deservedly beaten. Oh, which brings us back to because obviously Burnley are top of the Championship. They're just going to until we get to April. I'm going to keep my fingers crossed, but we are moving ahead, especially against that team Blackburn. Don't know who they are. Right, but did you catch the World Cup final? Sorry, Peter.
Can I mention something about football?
Sure.
Gary Neville. What's your thoughts on that? Don't you think sports people should keep their nose out of politics?
The question is, though, is he a sports person anymore?
Say again?
He's not really a sports person anymore. He's a commentator, and he's a pretty big businessman in Manchester with multiple hotels. And I think he's pretty much involved in the political scene in Manchester.
Yeah, but here's the problem.
So he's not a sportsman anymore, is he?
No, he's into charity as well.
Right. Well, here's what happened the other day. He says he thinks it's a disgrace, the wages. Well, it's backfired. He said, we believe you pay your staff minimum wage in your hotels. Is that correct?
Who knows?
No, well, come out if they did. Someone phoned up and told them.
Yeah, I mean, he like the rest of us, he's got a right to his opinion. The fact that he's famous through his footballing skills is by the by. I mean, we've got people who are famous for being famous. At least he's famous for being talented. Yeah.
The one I just I don't watch it. Andrew Tate. Have you heard of him? Oh, right, okay. So he is very, very a very, very rich man, born in America, lived in Luton for a long time, black guy, and he is so outspoken, and you should look him up. And he said, all the feminists, he said, why don't you go over to Qatar and sort it out then? And stuff like that. That's what he's saying. He says, not our problem. They should sort it out within, and all that sort of stuff. It's quite interesting, and you either like them or you don't, of course.
Yeah, a bit like Marmite.
What do you think the Twitter poll then? Twitter poll by Elon Musk.
I mean, he seems to have. I'm going to call it a death wish. He spent 44 billion pound on getting the biggest megaphone in the world, where he can say what he wants and millions of people will see it, and he's talking absolute rubbish. And the poll, I mean, if he set himself up and he thought, they'll ask me to stay, I've rescued Twitter. No, the people on Twitter speak as they say, as they see. What do you think, Peter?
Well, I think he's opened up the platform again. So, but because I don't know if you know this, but I've been watching it. You know, I watch everything. The FBI spent about $3 million giving it to Twitter.
Oh, yeah.
Get people cancelled. Something like, see that John Upton? You need to get him off the platform. And it's been proven they paid $3 million off it. I think that's a figure. And they were getting rid of people to the right. And do you know where quite a lot of the CIA agents, FBI agents got jobs when they left? Guess where they ended up? Cheap, Twitter. Yeah. And have you watched Elon Musk's putting all the emails out? Have you seen it?
I haven't seen the emails. I've seen
Well,
his
you won't
tweets.
see the mainstream either. So what he's been doing every day, I think it's day 7. He's putting out the tweets.
Yeah.
Not the tweets, beg your pardon, the internal emails. When he bought it, he says, you get rid of nothing. And he's putting them out. And he's putting out the internal conversations between the FBI, the government, and Twitter.
Yeah.
Go and look him up. He's very, very interesting.
Right.
That's all I'll say, because Facebook's listening.
Yeah. So people voted and said, we don't want you to be CEO anymore. Give it to somebody else. And he said, if I find anybody foolish enough, I will step down.
Yeah.
He's also said that in future polls, only blue tick holders can vote.
Yeah, because if they pay $8 a month to be a tick holder.
Would you?
At this point in time, no.
No.
It takes me all my time to pay for some. In fact, I'm going to cancel one thing that I know of. I used to watch Jim Davidson. He had a £4 a month, but I got rid of that. The problem we've got now is everybody you want to see have cottoned on to, and it's a good platform for them. If you want to see me, they're not letting them on. They're not letting them on. So what you do, Stephen, they've done it internally on their website.
Yeah.
And it's usually about $3.99 a month or £4 a month to go on. But you can't listen to everybody. But it's a good revenue stream, whoever you want to watch, and it's a way of capturing them. And that's the revenue stream for them. And some of them are making a lot of money,
I think in 2023, Peter, more and more people will actually start broadcasting on the website, especially now that OneStream has got the complete package.
Yes.
£59 a month, you can broadcast on your website 24/7.
Yeah. Well,
Which is, as far as I'm concerned,
you've seen my videos that go out, right? I will have to put them on my website. I will have to get a page made for videos,
yeah,
and direct people to them in some way, right? So they go to the web page, right? I won't be doing kind of lives anymore. I think I'll make them, record them, then put them on.
right.
And I've enjoyed it. I've enjoyed this platform. I'll give a shout out to, what do you call them? Be Live. And I mentioned all the platforms, and if you have a look on LinkedIn, you'll see a post I put out. And I'll tell you what I used the other day with a bit of a problem with my sound, etc. Sorted it out. And you know where we met? We met on LinkedIn, and they've got a very, very stable camera, and you can share software and other, and it's free. Have you used it, John? It's very good. It's very good, you know. And I thought it was very good. But when I've tried to set up meetings with people, they're terrified. Oh, I'll just type to you. But
Yeah.
this, Stephen, you're right. You went in this the right way. It's all coming towards you now, because the mainstream media, whether you're left, right, or centre, are on the decline. People have got their own studios now.
Yeah.
Even me, I've got my own studio, right? And I'm learning it, and I'm getting used to it, and it's just finally tuning it to get people there. That's the big problem, you know. Get them to your listening.
Yeah, if you're watching us on the website now, just say hello. We won't see your comments, but do say hello. We'll get to it afterwards. But yeah, it's going to be an exciting 2023 for live video, especially with OneStream, what Be Live are doing as well, Amazon Live, Walmart's on the way.
Yeah,
TikTok is on the way. Live
that's
selling.
the one to watch. TikTok's one to watch.
Yeah, they're all ramping up. And
so Amazon Live, how big is it getting, Stephen?
It's just growing and growing and growing. It is becoming a television channel, because over the Black Friday, Cyber Monday, they broadcast themselves. Amazon use it. Amazon use Amazon Live, which means that when they go live, they can get a concurrent audience of 10,000 people. So 10,000 people watching at the same time.
Do you think one day if I done it, I get that excited, somebody might phone me up and say, Peter, could you sell our product for us or tell them about it? Could that happen?
Yeah.
How much would they give me?
But how much do you want?
Lots of money.
This is the thing. Okay. If you wanted, if you've got a product on Amazon.com and you wanted people to make a review video about it, okay, so you send them the goods and they try it out, and then they create a video, and the video goes onto your Amazon.com page with your product, and people can actually watch the recorded review. And there are some people charging for that service. There are some people charging $25 to create the video. There are some people charging $250 to create that video.
Right.
And there's some people who can charge even more than that. And it's a market that's growing, and nobody knows exactly how to price it.
That's interesting. Is there any celebrities on it? Big celebrities?
No, that's not the idea. The idea is to get normal folk talking about the products so you can identify with them. Yeah. So it's like it's a fellow citizen doing a review rather than a paid talking head.
I can tell something new I bought, and it arrived yesterday.
Okay.
Guess what I bought?
Is it electronic, Peter?
Yes.
Do you wear it? Do you wear it?
No. I'll tell you what it is. You've heard of Bose sound systems. I've got the L1 too, but I've just bought the L1 Compact. One of the worst things for me as a singer, when I do little venues, now I'm getting older, folks, I've got to take in the L1 Bose. And believe it or not, it's setting up, that's the worst thing about singing, is very tiring. Yeah, especially at the end of the night. A lot of the time I walk out and come back. But I've now got the L1 Compact, and it does small areas. Well, not quite big areas. And I've done some investigation. I plugged my tone match, which is a mixer, if you know, and it's got a stack. It's very portable. You can carry it in two, and then you can put your iPad in it. I'm gonna have to go and get an iPad actually, and I can put it on a stand. No, I can put my iPad on a microphone stand and my microphone, then plug it into the L1 Compact, and Bob's your uncle. That's it. Everything's there. So easy, you know? And I can get the same money for putting that system up as I do with the big system. I'm so excited, you know?
Brilliant.
Yeah, yeah, I really am. And that's me. That's my big gadget this week. £619 it was on sale for from a company called Gear for Music. Have you heard of them?
Well, I
No.
buy stuff from Gearful, but whether that's the same company or not, I don't know.
It's called Gear for Music. It may be Gear for. They're actually
Gearful do camera stuff.
Yeah,
I mean,
I think it's them.
type camera stuff.
Well, they're actually in the stock exchange. I didn't know that. And yeah, so that's the problem is when you go back singing things. I bought £500 radio mix, yeah, and I bought £700 £700 singing system, but it's all to better me, right? All for that, you know, and it's good. I'm happy with it because what's the point of holding on to your money? Because one day I'll be dead.
Let's change it.
That's one thing that you can guarantee for all three of us.
No.
Not for a long while yet. Over to
I
Kelly. Merry Christmas, happy holidays, and all the best to you in the year to come.
Yeah, you too.
You too, Kelly. And
Yeah.
Kelly is on 2 places and is posted on both Facebook and YouTube, and both are working. So thank you, Be Alive.
I've got a singing friend. We travelled all the way to, we'll call it Dundee. It's just outside Dundee. We travelled all the way on Sunday to see them, just to say, Chris. The bouncer, she wouldn't let us in. I says, we've travelled an hour again. We better get in. We'll wait. She goes, you might as well go. And she didn't know that they knew us in there and they really liked us, you know. And what happened is the last time a little lassie come up and says, hey, you're a Louis Walsh guy. I says, that's me, yeah. And she says, I filmed you two last time because we really don't like the song really well. She put it on Facebook. She had to take it down because so many people were asking about us, who's that, etc. And she says, I'm sorry, I had to take it down. But I couldn't believe we travelled all the way down there. But my friend, he's a bit ill actually. Every time I phone him, I says, how are you keeping, mate? Oh, I'm a bit struggling today. I shouldn't have said the next thing. Do you know what I said to him?
No.
Have you bought one of those funeral plans yet, mate?
How to cheer people up.
Oh, how he laughed. He thought it was funny. He knows my humour.
Right. I'm just going to share screen for a moment because I just want to celebrate something.
I'm going to get a coffee. You won't hear me. You won't hear me.
Right, we won't hear Peter because his coffee machine is silent because Peter is using crisp.ai. And when he gets back, Peter will give us his affiliate link so you can actually try it for yourself. There is a free version as well, which gives you so many minutes. Okay, what I'm going to do is I've shared screen and I'm going to bring this on screen. Okay, so I'm going to put it full screen. And my favorite piece of kit at the moment is my legs. This is a walk. Hang on, wrong one. I knew this was. I did a walk the other day. Let me come back. I need to share screen again. I set it up and shared the wrong darn screen. Okay, so I want Strava. Right, I'm going to bring this on screen now. My favorite piece of kit at the moment is my legs, because this is a walk I did on Tuesday, and it's down the canal. So from home and then down to the canal. But I don't know whether you can see it or not, but my mile times, it tells you how fast you walked each mile, these splits. Yeah. And the second mile I did in 14 minutes 46, the third mile in 14 minutes 2 seconds, and the fifth mile in 14:10. So I don't know, something's happened in the last week, and I am walking faster than 4 miles an hour, which is absolutely incredible. Yeah. I mean, basically walking pace is 20 minutes a mile. I've got it down to 14 minutes a mile.
So is that each mile that you've done recently? Is it you just do 1 mile and it
no,
measures it?
there's 6 mile. I did a 7-mile walk.
Did you indeed? Wow. How long did that take you in total?
Just a minute. I can tell you officially, it took me an hour and 43 minutes.
Good for you.
Yeah.
So I'm just getting back on my feet again. By the way,
yeah.
that's my coffee machine finished, and Stephen will give you an affiliate link for that if you want to, Chris. One of the best pieces of software that I've ever bought.
So I'm looking forward to the park run this Saturday, 9 o'clock Saturday, Melksham. Angelica and I, 150 other people, will be walking, jogging and running on a park run, 5 kilometers, 3.1 miles. And last time I did it in 50 minutes 32. I'm hoping to break the 50 minutes this Saturday. And if I'm walking at 14 minutes per mile, I might even get to Angelica's record, which is 46 minutes. Yeah, Angelica's faster than me. Yeah, one of the benefits of being younger than me is that you're faster than me. But everything sort of clicked in the last couple of weeks in terms of walking, and I am ultra chuffed, because 3 months ago I'd been walking 20 minutes a mile, not 14.
Well done, because it's about persistency and keeping going. And yeah, I wish I could. I'm just getting back on my feet.
Yeah.
I had a walk the other day, but I need to build up again, because remember when I used to go to 2 in the morning live, stuff like that? Remember that?
I do.
Watching the day. I can't do that. I was doing 3 miles, but I've had foot problems, and I get one problem, another comes up. Do you know what I'm getting on Friday? Something I never ever wanted, really, to be honest with you. Because look at me, I'm a handsome man. Look at that smooth skin, right? I'm getting varifocals. 2 pair.
Yeah.
I've given up with them, I have.
Asda. It says £160 for 2 pairs, and it says, and what much is a lens going to cost? Because one firm is going to be wanting £400 for the lenses.
Yeah.
I says, right, so what's the cost of the varifocals? Guess how much it was?
It's included in the price.
It's included in the price.
You told us this last week, Pete.
Oh, right.
You know, you're getting demented and can't remember what you've said.
I'm just so excited, so I have to go in for a fitting. But I think that's marvellous. Don't you?
Oh, yeah.
I've given up with them. I wore them for years, but because my eyes have changed,
Yeah.
they just drove me mad. The latest pair that I had, and I went back in and I said, I can't do this any longer. And he said, I'll make you 2 pairs.
Right.
And he did them at a really good deal, because I'd already paid quite a bit of money for the 2 varifocals that I bought.
I'm looking to get those that things you put in your eye, contact lenses. It's for the singing, because when I'm singing, I need to look down and look at my next track and everything like that. And I have to keep putting on glasses, and it's a nightmare. So hopefully I can end up with lenses, yeah? And because I've got to still look handsome when I'm singing. And I don't want great big TV things hanging off my face.
Yeah.
I'm vain.
One of the best ways to look good is to actually broadcast in 720p. rather than 1080 or 4K. The lower the resolution, the better you look.
The 720. What's
Yeah,
this?
we're at 720p at the moment, broadcasting live to Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch and the website. And basically, because we're not Formula One, you want to see things whizzing around in the highest definition you can. 3 blokes on screen. Once you've seen us, you don't need to have such a high definition. And 720 is very friendly. Okay, you don't have as many wrinkles. Your eyes look better. Okay, and if you've not had a shave, it doesn't show.
All right. Okay.
Yeah.
And it transmits quicker as well, which is probably the most important.
Yeah. Andy set up my OBS at, is it 60 frames per minute or 30? You set
Could be
it up.
60 if you're being clever.
Yeah, 60, I think you set it up. It's handy having my mate Andy.
Yeah.
I tell them to put in a bill, and he says, "Well, that do?" I says, "Too dear."
All right. Now, standard, because we're working in a web browser, is 30 frames per second. 60 frames per second, you get in better quality video. Simple as that. But your machine's got to be up to it. Your camera's got to be up to it.
The other thing about 60 frames is if you want to do a slow motion video, it's less blocky than doing it with a 30 frame per second.
Because you've got twice as many frames to play with.
Correct. Yeah.
Brilliant.
Stephen, be live is listening in. How do I get rid of videos? I find it hard when you save a video, once it says your video saved. Try to remember which video's what. You've got all the black ones at the bottom. I'm not sure which video's what. How do you name them and everything?
Don't. Basically, when you set up the video, you type in the title of it. When you create the video, before you start going live or recording, you type the name of it in. So everything from the beginning, you've got a title on it, and that just stays with it.
All right, okay. So I would say how to get rid of mice.
Yeah.
All about. Okay, right. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm loving it now. I'm loving it.
I can tell.
And I've had it for years.
It's taken a while, but you've gotten there, Peter.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you've been bitten by the video bug, which is
for singing as well. Actually, I'm not going to use Be Live for singing. I'm using it for other purposes. I like the pre-recorded ones. You know.
Yeah.
Very good.
Right, I'll just put this full screen again just to celebrate the fact that I'm walking faster, and then I will hide it.
Well done, Stephen.
Okay, so it's gone.
That's it, 70-year-old.
Not yet.
Oh, you're not 70?
Not.
Oh, all right, okay.
John, will you put him right?
It's only that you look at it.
No, okay, if you want to make a note in your diary, Peter, it's February 22nd.
Is it?
2023. It is, yeah.
Okay.
It's Founders Day.
Yeah.
70.
February 22nd is Founders Day. It was the birthday of both Lord Baden-Powell and Lady Baden-Powell.
Okay.
So the Scouts and the Guides, so they both celebrate Founders Day on that day.
Okay, well done. Now,
you mentioned Blackburn earlier, didn't you?
Blackburn is sinking down the league. They're third.
Well, they got hammered by Forest as well, didn't they?
Uh-huh.
The same night Manchester United hammered Burnley.
No, not hammered. It's one goal in each half. Ended up 2-0.
Oh, well. Interestingly, about Forest, they seem to be, getting on with things now. They made an announcement this morning. And they're going to carry the UK UNHCR on the front of the team's shirts, both the men and the ladies' teams, as their shirt sponsor, whatever. I don't think anybody's changing hands. I think it's just there. But I thought it was quite a smart move from I can't pronounce his name, Marinakis or whatever however you pronounce it. He seems to have done a smart thing.
Peter, before we got into football, you were going to tell us something.
No, was that?
I don't know. That's a while ago. Definitely a while ago. Okay, this is my last broadcast before Christmas. So now would be a good time to say from Wiltshire in England, I wish you a very merry and happy Christmas and a break. Do chill. Get out walking over Christmas if you can. John.
Gosh, is it that time already? Well,
No. I was just, if you want to send Christmas wishes.
Well, we'll send Christmas wishes to everybody because hopefully we'll have a nice weekend because it's really strange for Christmas to be on a weekend. So
yeah,
we're all looking forward to a fairly quiet weekend. And you, Peter, you Christmas isn't the real thing, is it, in Scotland? It's Hogmanay that's your thing up there, you go.
I'm like Hogmanay, so what I do is you don't have to feel sorry from everybody. I'm working Christmas Eve and I'm working on Hogmanay, okay? Because I'm greedy. No, it's because I enjoy it, what I do. So I will be singing for my supper. But I would also like to thank everybody who has watched us this year, whether you like what I say or not, whether you're left, right, or centre. I wish you all a very Merry Christmas and a prosperous New Year. And I really mean that. Even you, Corinda.
Yeah, let's have a better. Let's have a good 2023. Yeah. Peter and I want peace in the Ukraine. John wants peace in the Ukraine. If we want it, then everybody's got to make sure that it happens in 2023. And just a big thank you to the engineers who are based in Kyiv in the Ukraine, who've managed to keep Belive running all year since February. And thank you. We can't begin to imagine what it's been like. And we're just very grateful that you have kept Belive going and kept us broadcasting. And this is, of course, episode timing, John. This is, of course, is episode 354. Are you okay, John?
Yeah, just a frog in the throat.
Somebody asked them for money.
Right. And is it, John, you won't be getting any parcels for the next 4 days, will you?
Well, we had post this morning, which surprised me because normally it doesn't come till 12 o'clock. And I heard the letterbox go about 9:05. So,
yeah. Well, I paid $1.99.
A piece of junk mail, but yeah.
I paid $1.99 for next day from Gear for Music, but their next day is 2 days because the parcel courier told me they're running 2 days behind. I want my $1.99 back.
Not a chance. The number of Christmas cards that will arrive from the 26th onwards, you just can't be imagined. Yeah. Pieces of post that are sort of sat in a sorting office somewhere.
Yeah.
And of course, they're not working tomorrow.
Are they not?
The mail, no.
Yeah.
On strike for Friday and Saturday. Determined to ruin people's Christmas.
Yeah. Hope you don't get rats posties. I'm not coming.
Well, basically, we're very fortunate. We don't have to, unless you're a singer, of course, you don't have to work over Christmas. It's just a chance to take a break, reflect, plan for 2023, decide what you're going to do, what you're going to major on. I just want to give a shout out to OneStream. I actually sold a OneStream system for the first time ever the other day. So I'm happy about that. So OneStream will feature in 2023 along with Belive and, of course, Amazon Live. So a lot of planning to be done between now and the new year, and I won't be live again probably until next Wednesday.
What
Definitely
about
next
the one
Wednesday.
from Vietnam?
That's on the back burner. I'm still working on that, but it's still there. It's still in my list, Peter. And I've got free access to the system. So we'll take it from there. I'm waiting for version 2 to arrive.
Okay.
There's a new version on its way, and when that's in full swing and tried and tested, then I should be promoting that as well.
You've done a good job.
Thank you.
Keep it up, because I need to learn things that I can't do myself.
Right, definitely this time, John, it's over to you.
Right, so it's jingle bells and we're off.
Yeah.
On our wonderful one sleigh or whatever it is. So it's goodbye from me in the Midlands. It's goodbye from him in the southwest, and it's goodbye from him in the cold and snowy north. So we'll be here. Will we be here next week, folks? Yeah, we'll be here
Yes,
next
indeed.
Thursday. So see you soon. Enjoy your break, your holiday, whether that's Hanukkah, blah, blah, Christmas, or whatever. Just have a great break. Bye.
We wish you a
Bye.
Merry Christmas. We
We
wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you
Wish you
a
a
Merry
Merry Christmas and a happy
Happy
New Year.